This is Rod Kusin, Spooman for Risk on March the 12th, 2019, all times on the chart or Central Standard Time. A real brief video of the morning. We took a look at the gap up and looked at the retracements between the high here at 25.25. And we're not using the 2250. We're using the high, 25.25, down to the low at 26.50. Just very simple retracements. And you can see the 61.8 retracement got hit this morning. And then up we went. So at the beginning of the day, we were a bit short. Let's just take a look at some of the automated signals, which were really very good this morning. Here we're short just shortly after the beginning of the morning. We had a long automated signal here, nothing here, and we'll talk about that. Then we got some short signals in here that didn't really materialize, another long signal here that didn't really do much, but things really began to happen over here. And that's when things really took off. And here we are live back at 2,800. So we really expect that this market is going to continue to move higher. And in fact, where we think this is going is up here at 2809, because we've pretty well, here was our low in the morning, and then we bounced off of the upper value. Pardon me, this isn't the upper value. This is the point of control, and this is from the low in February. This is the profile based on the low in February. So we're really anticipating that we're going to climb up here to 2809. Now, let's take a look at some of these signals in the light of the premium, because if you're not already aware of it, while this is an open source code strategy, we recommend that a person really understand how the premium works and monitor these signals in order to determine whether or not those signals should be taken. So let's back up here just a bit and let's take it, yeah, right in here. Okay, so we take it right to there. Let's go and take a look at the basic premium feed here. Now the market profile here, that didn't make any sense at all. And furthermore, you just had a new low on the premium, and the premium was continuing to move down. So that really didn't make much sense. About the only time that going long started to make sense is after you got some further divergence in here, which happens right in here. Now you've got a really significant divergence. You had a heads up. During the pullback, you had some new highs on the premium. So you really had a good reason to anticipate a long trade there. Let's zoom in. Let me just zoom in on this. All right, so right in here, we had some new highs on the premium, and you had your naked bar right up there, okay? So as this pulls back, going long in here did make some sense, but we didn't get an automated signal. But over here, right as you're moving into the, just below the low value area, right into the projected low, okay, the premium is divergent there. And yeah, you had to move fast. And we managed to get in there. Yeah, we did. We did. We took a bunch of trades in there, but we got in on this long trade. Now, as we moved up to the high, at this point, you can see while the premium has moved up nicely, all right, we were divergent here, and you can see some divergence in here. But I really didn't think that there was much reason to short that. All the same, okay, all the same, going back to the automated strategy, we started getting some signals in here. Now, would you go long here? Watch the premium. This is a significant dip, okay? That's a significant dip. You really want to get more divergent. And there's really no significant divergence on the averages here. So expecting this to go a little further down made sense. And it does, and that's where your divergence is, but we don't get a signal there. Oh, pardon me. Yes, we do. I'm thinking about over here. All right, yeah, we got a signal there. That made sense. And taking a short then makes no sense at all. It really doesn't make any sense. Because look at, the premium is climbing. That's your target based on what happened over here. That's your target. So yeah, the premium is coming down, but there's no reason to short this. Now, as it turns out, it does come down even further in here. You get your signal. And this, well, it was a little hard to interpret. But looking at the low of the raw data, all right, looking at the raw data there, it might have been enough to cause you to question it, that this was going to come down further, but evidently not. Okay, this happens. Overall, okay, the premium is moving up. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, here's where our lows were. This is a higher low. And on the average, we're moving up. So yeah, that's the low. You get your signal. So when this is happening, just like we said here, this is the initial low. This is a lower low. That's even a lower low. Okay? But on the average, we're moving up. So here's another way to look at this. At the low here, okay, right in here, slow moving averages 459 over here, and you're at a higher low, obviously. You're at 488. So this doesn't need to be, you don't need to be overly concerned about that, because on the average, we're moving up. And this, yeah, maybe this is even more important here. 479, okay, 488. So yeah, you're moving up. I would say that this low in here, could have been viewed in the same fashion. And you might have been inclined to go long in there. But just looking at the market profile, that's not likely. place for it to go long. Over here, more so. So now let's take this out a little further. Now, what about all this business in here? All right, now look at that low in here. Okay. So this big drop on the premium, as confirmed in here, does give you cause for concern that this price is going to be tested, and it is. And over here you can see the immediate divergence, and you're moving up slightly here to here. So yeah, going long in here, right there, and the signal came in prematurely over here. But you wouldn't have taken these trades because of what you saw on the premium. So whether you get in here or here, not much difference price-wise, but the premium says that's the place to go. That's the place to go long. So some nice trades in here, and very profitable as well. So perhaps we'll come back and recap with a new video at the end of the day. I'm not sure if we will, but I think the most important thing from this particular video was to understand this in here. And the divergence in the premium based upon the slow moving average climbing up gives you cause for going ahead and taking that trade. And even if you didn't, all right, even if you didn't, you had an excellent opportunity to short that move and wait for this trade to get back into the long. Because look at where the premium was at that high. Okay. All right, you missed the long trade potentially, and now you see what's happening to the premium here. Oh yeah, you're definitely divergent in here. So as this is moving up, yeah, you want to get out of that trade because the premium now is moving down, and with that, the Spoos make a significant retracement. So you might have missed the long, but you could have gotten into a real nice short there, getting back into the long trade over in here, right there to be specific. All right, that's the wrap up for the morning trades thus far. I'm Rod Kusin, Spooman for Risk.